YouTube, what's the deal? It's your boy Ramel back with another video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure y'all follow me on all platforms at forever.rf. Another 4:30 wake up, man. About to crush this morning routine. But first, like I always say, man, I start my day off with a bottle of water. You never want to start your day off with drinking pop or juice. You want to take care of yourself, man. Your health is important. You ain't doing nothing but getting older, man. So you want to take care of yourself. You want to be as healthy as possible. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but you at least want to try to push to be as healthy as possible, man. So cut out the pop, cut out the juice, especially when you first wake up. You know what I mean? So I always start my day off with a bottle of water, and then I get to my morning routine. So after I drink this bottle of water, about to go outside, hit my push-ups, and I got some good news for y'all, so stay tuned. I'll catch y'all when I get outside. Peace. YouTube family, what's good? Made it to my spot, man. About to knock out these 100 push-ups. But before I get to my 100 push-ups, I got some good news for y'all. So remember how I told y'all I had 2 interviews. I had one on Wednesday and then one on Thursday. So the first job was the correction officer job. And then the second job was working at a hospital, working with people with behavior problems, addiction and disabilities, and mental health problems. So the interview on Wednesday, which was the correction officer job, man, the interview went very well. They just want me to turn in documents basically stating that what's on my record currently right now is getting expunged. Same with the job that I interviewed for yesterday. It basically said the same thing. That job actually offered me the position right then and there, man. The interview went good. I walked in there yesterday, man. Something about that job, man. The energy felt so great, man. I got there about 20 minutes early. I know that's mad early, but it's better than being late. The energy was good in there, though, man. The lady at the front desk was chopping it up, talking to me. I fucked with her. She was cool peoples. Went to the interview, had an interview with this one guy, man. We was in there chopping it up, talking. We didn't even really ask me interview questions. We really was just literally chopping it up, talking, getting to know each other. And he just offered me the position right then and there. It was like, man, I love your qualifications. You know what I'm saying? You got experience in this field. You got a bachelor's degree. I'm gonna offer you the position right then and there, man. Not only that, this dude actually walked me down to the HR department and wanted me to discuss my pay. The job was only offering $19 an hour, but I got a chance to talk to the lady in HR and get myself $23 an hour, man. So I was able to, get more money than what they was really offering for that position, man. So I'm very grateful and thankful for that, man. The interview went so good, y'all, man. I feel like I was meant to be there. Like the energy, everybody was talking to me, chopping it up. The energy was good, though, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like I was meant to be there. So I'm definitely gonna go with the hospital job, working with people with addiction and disability, because I just feel like that's the best route to go down. You know what I mean? I love the correction field, don't get me wrong, because that's where the money at. But at the end of the day, when I feel like I'm meant to be somewhere, that's the route I'm always gonna go down, man. If you're new to my channel, I was a correction officer before I hit rock bottom for 3 years. Was a heavy weed smoker, was a heavy drinker, drinking every weekend, smoking each and every day, sometimes 3-4 times a day. And what I was doing outside of work, I brought it to work. You know what I mean? I wouldn't necessarily go to work smelling like weed. I would eat edibles. You know what I mean? Me being dumb and high and being comfortable with doing that, man, one of the edibles fell out of my pocket at work. So not only did the job fire me, but they pressed charges against me, and the charges they put against me was felony charges, man. So it was hard for me to get a job for a long period of time, bro. I lost my car, I lost my apartment, and currently at rock bottom right now, taking the bus everywhere I go and sleeping on the couch at my brother's crib, man. So at the end of the day, this shit is definitely making me stronger. I'm definitely, you know what I mean, able to get through anything in life because of the position that I put myself in. You know what I mean? Hard times don't last. It's definitely building me into the man I need to be, not only for myself, but for my future self. So I know this might sound weird to y'all, but I'm actually grateful and thankful that that happened, because it definitely helped me grow and mature me, and it gave me a mindset that I've been needing. But moving forward, man, I'm as strong as I needed to be. You know what I mean? So everything happened for a reason. You know what I mean? At the time where it first happened, I definitely was questioning, the shit. But at the end of the day, that shit definitely made me stronger. And I actually needed that, you know what I mean? Because I was distracted. I was smoking every day. I was drinking every weekend. I was chasing chick. I was people pleasing. I was spending my money dumb. And this situation of me being at rock bottom, shit woke me up. And I needed that shit. So about to knock out these 100 push-ups and then get this morning routine started. About to set up my tripod, y'all. So I'll catch y'all in the next clip. Peace. Ball. All right, y'all, just got done with my 100 push-ups, about to head back in because I am hungry as hell, man. I woke up this morning hungry, but I had to knock out my 100 push-ups. About to head inside and eat some oatmeal and eggs, man. Good for the gains. But before I head inside, man, I want to chop it up with y'all a little bit, man. Everything in life that you're running away from, it's what you actually really need, man. You know what I mean? Avoiding the hard shit, it ain't gonna do nothing but make you weak as a man. You know what I mean? Me losing everything, like my car and my apartment, made me stronger. When it first happened, yes, I was questioning everything. You know what I mean? I was upset, I was mad. But now that this shit is over, and I'm able to move on from this shit, I'm actually thanking God for it, because it actually made me mentally stronger. And I needed that, because I was distracted by bullshit. I was distracted by shit that don't even really matter for real. I was distracted by worldly things, smoking, drinking, chasing chicks, buying the latest shoes, buying the latest clothes. At the end of the day, that shit don't mean nothing. I wasn't planning or thinking about my future at all. So God took me and stripped me from everything because he wanted me to grow. He wanted me to learn from it. You know what I mean? So I ain't tripping about me being at rock bottom. I ain't tripping about me taking the bus everywhere I go. I ain't tripping about me living with my brother, sleeping on the couch. You know why? Because I know one day that shit gonna be over, and I'm gonna be able to look back at that shit and laugh like, damn, I really was taking the bus. I really was sleeping on the couch. Really was living with my brother. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is gonna make me a fucking dog. So moving forward, I'm gonna be able to, you feel me, get past anything in life. And that's what God wanted me to do. That's why God took everything from me. He wanted to make me stronger. I was feeding into worldly things. I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out with him. He like, nah, bruh. I'm gonna sit you down for a little bit, humble you. And you gonna learn and grow from this shit. And that's what's going on right now, man. So I'm thankful for the situation and me being at rock bottom right now. I know that might sound crazy to y'all, but that shit put a chip on my shoulder. And I needed that shit. I needed that wake-up call. You know what I mean? Because now I'm woke. I was distracted, bruh. Distracted by bullshit. And I was gonna continue to do that shit over and over and over again. I was gonna look up, I was gonna be 40, like, damn, where the fuck did time go? What the fuck was I doing? I was gonna live a regretful life, and I don't wanna live a regretful life, because you only get one of these motherfuckers, man. I got goals to be a millionaire. I was never gonna be able to be a chance to be a millionaire if I was gonna continue to smoke, drink, and spend my money dumb. Work a job, work 40 hours a week just to get a check and spend that shit. That's living a cycle of mediocre and poorness. Like, I'm not trying to continue to do that shit. I got goals to be a millionaire, bruh. I gotta adapt the identity of a millionaire, though. My habits on an everyday basis gotta be on point so I can become a millionaire. I'm 29 years young right now, but that don't mean it's too late for me to be a millionaire. I gotta adapt the identity to become a millionaire so I can become one day. It might take me 2 to 3 years. But that time gonna pass by, and I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna be like, damn, bruh. Remember when you was distracted by bullshit? Now look at you. You driving the car you want. You living in the house you want. You able to provide your family an experience that they never thought they can ever experience. Right? Ain't that's what you want, bruh? Because that's what I want, and that's what I'm gonna get. And I'm gonna put in the work each and every day, even when I'm not seeing my results right away. Because I know eventually one day, my results gonna hit. I'm waking up at 4:30 a.m. for here on out. I'm not gonna see no money coming in. I'm not gonna see no results right away. But eventually, over time, me stacking these good habits of waking up and cutting all distractions gonna pay off. But I'm about to head in the house, read my book, consume some content, and then actually, apply what I'm learning from the content that I'm watching to my life. I'm not just consuming just to consume. I'm consuming so I can teach myself and adapt the identity of a millionaire. You know what I mean? But I'm about to head inside. I'll catch y'all when I get in there. Peace. All right, y'all, just got done eating. About to tap into my book that I'm currently reading. But before I start reading, I'm about to write down a non-negotiable list. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you're putting in the work, and you want to make sure you writing down what you're working towards. I'm documenting this whole entire journey. So I'm writing this shit down in my journal, and I'm about to create a non-negotiable list, right? And I'm gonna stick to this shit on an everyday basis. I don't give a fuck how I feel. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm sticking to this non-negotiable list, and I'm doing this shit on an everyday basis. I don't give a fuck if Michael Jackson come back from the dead. I'm sticking to this non-negotiable list because I had to adapt the identity to become a millionaire. So on an everyday basis, I have to stick to this non-negotiable list. And this non-negotiable list is gonna help me get to the goal that I'm looking for, and that's to become a millionaire. So after I finish writing it down, I'm gonna show y'all. Might not be much, but as time go on and as I'm, continuing to wake up at 4:30, the list will get longer and harder because I gotta challenge myself, right? So about to write that down, and I'll show y'all what I got and what I came up with.